So I don't know about you guys, but I am well and truly ready for summer to be over. I am an autumn person. I love it when the leaves go brown. I love it when I can get my boots back out. And I love it when I can enjoy a seasonal coffee drink. So I thought I'd do a little spread with our pumpkin spice stencil and our weekly spread stencil. So two relatively old stencils to the Upsy Daisy collection. And I'm going to create a little weekly spread with both of them. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use the curved box, so the one with curved edges on the weekly spread stencil. And I'm just marking out little marks on the page where the boxes will go across the page. And that's because I'm going to have the little coffee cups in front of the boxes. So I need to be able to place those first and then add in my curved boxes afterwards. So I'm just using a pencil just to mark the sides of the boxes just so that I can get the spacing right. If you wanted to, and if it's easier to visualize for you, you could trace out the whole of those boxes using a pencil and then go over it again, with pen afterwards. But I've just traced the side marks. I'm then going to use the small coffee cup on the pumpkin spice stencil. And as always with our multi-part stencils, you use the piece that is closest to you first. So on the coffee cup, that is the cup sleeve, I think it's called. Stop you from burning your hands. So that goes on first, and then I'm tracing the cup behind it, just tracing the pieces that would be outside of the sleeve because it's ever so slightly smaller than the sleeve piece. So it looks like that's going around the outside of it. So again, tracing the sleeve in the same position on the box, central to the top of where those rounded boxes will be. And I'm tracing all the sleeve pieces, and then I'll trace the background. Now I know that where that is going. And my plan is that these will be the headers to each of my daily spaces. So I can add in the day to the top of them, and it'll just add a little bit of cute detail to it. Otherwise, very basic weekly spread. And sometimes these are the best. What you'll see today, I haven't speeded this video up at all. It is completely real time. So I set up this entire spread in about 11 minutes. So it was pretty quick with the stencils, but I think it turned out cute. Haven't even used washi tape. It's literally just one pen, one mild liner, and a couple of stencils. So you don't need a shed load of stuff in order to be able to set up a spread. Now I'm going to show you now, I'm basically taking the letter stencils that are on the weekly spread stencil, and that is a smaller version of our cherry font, and it fits really nicely into the sleeve of that coffee cup. So I've got T for Thursday, F for Friday, and I'm going to use W for weekend for the last box because I'm just going to use 6 across the top of the page to keep it nice and symmetrical and simple. So I'm using the W from Wednesday to work for weekend. And once I've done that, I'm going to place the box behind it. So line up that box where it's going to come to on your coffee cup. And again, just trace the parts of the box that are visible from around either side of the coffee cup. Don't go through the coffee cup. And that gives the illusion that the coffee cup is in front of that box. So I've got 6 of these to do. I don't know how you guys, if you are coffee people or tea people, let me know in the comments below. I am generally a coffee drinker these days, although I do go through phases of liking a nice cup of tea. And I do love a gingerbread latte. And it's getting a bit towards the time of the year where I can start enjoying those again. It's been a bit too warm. I think today is the first sort of non-warm day we've had. It's rained all day here, which is really nice. I'm enjoying it being a bit cooler. Hence why I was inspired to create this coffee-themed spread. So I'm just going to do exactly the same thing on the other side of the page. So again, starting with the sleeve to the coffee cup, lining it up so it will be in the same position on the page as on the right-hand page so that I've got that whole symmetry thing happening. Be 3 of those again. The pen that I'm using here is a Staedtler. No, it isn't. It is a Sakura Pigma Micron. It's a PN actually, which I've been enjoying recently. The one that I've got has actually been chewed to pieces by the lovely Freckle, but it still works, so that's all good. I generally use a Pigma Micron PN, or I use a Pigma Micron 04, depending on which is closest to hand. The 04 has a bit of a finer nib, so if I am doing quite detailed stuff with stencils, I tend to use that one. So this is the third coffee cup. I just need to add in after this the days of the week. Which I'm going to do afterwards. Oh, I forgot to say, I have also used the side of the stencil just to separate the lid from the cup, which you can, or you don't have to do that, but I find that it gives a bit more of a realistic look to the coffee cup. And then I'm going to add my boxes in. I'm starting with the inside one just because it was easier to line it up with where the other boxes are on that page vertically. What do you think? Do you want to see me create more spreads in real time? Is it too slow? Would you like me to speed them up? It's difficult to know which is better. I have to say, when I watch them back, I find it a bit painful, but I think that's probably because I'm watching myself. But do remember, if you're watching these on YouTube, you can always adjust the speed of playback, so you can make it a bit quicker. Just makes my voice a bit more squeaky. That is an option. I think it's in the little settings wheel in the corner of the video if you wanted to do that. So, adding in my letters, we're nearly there. Just looking at the timer, we're 7 minutes into the 11-minute spread. I think it's going pretty well. I'm not working particularly quickly, so you could definitely do this quicker if you wanted to, if you're on a time crunch. So there's my weekly boxes. And I'm just going to add the big coffee cup in the corner just because it's cute. So I'm just going to make a quick mark to see where I need to put the coffee cup holder, coffee cup sleeve. Got what I was talking about. So trace around that first, and then I'm placing the coffee cup behind it. Now on this stencil there are also pumpkins, so it's quite good from a Halloween-y theme or from a pumpkin spice theme. Whatever vibe you're going for. There's 2 different coffee cup sizes and 3 different pumpkin shapes. And I'm going to add the heart detail, which is also on that stencil as the motif on that coffee cup sleeve, and just add the line for the lid. And then all that's left for me to do on this spread is add in my to-do boxes. So I'm going to grab the weekly spread stencil again, and I'm using the boxes that were designed to be weekly habit trackers. So there are 7 hearts, 7 boxes, 7 water droplets, and 7 circles. So you can do them running horizontally across your page as habit trackers. I'm just using them to create a to-do list. So I tend to have quite big to-do lists on my weekly spread. I don't generally track habits on a weekly basis. If I'm going to do it, then I'll make a spread for the month. So this is what works best for me. But as always with journaling, you do you. There are no rules. And once I've got that, I'll probably add a little bit of colour detail in. And as we all know, purple is my favourite. So I'll be using the purple mild liner brush pen just to add in some colour detail to the letters and to the heart on the big coffee cup. And that's going to be about it, really. It's very quick, very easy weekly spread. What's your favourite layouts for a weekly spread? Drop me a comment below. If you love a horizontal or a vertical, would you like to see me do some more Dutch door style spreads? Week on a page? Pop your requests below and I will do my best, as always, to to just watching my video and deciding what to do. Yeah, I'll do my best to create videos to help inspire setups and get the most out of your stencils. Just a couple of top stencil tips while I'm just colouring those letters in. I generally don't stick my stencils down with washi tape because I have been using them for a really long time. I also don't really care if it gets a little bit messy. But if you find that they're moving a lot while you're tracing them, use a little bit of washi just to tack them down. If you are using multi-part stencils, as I said before, work from the piece that is closest to you and work backwards. And if you ever want any inspiration on what to do with any particular stencil that you've purchased from us, hop over to our website. We have a directory. The URL is www.upsadaisyuk.com/stencil-directory. And you can search for your stencil. And under that, you will find all the resources, all the YouTube videos, any photos we have. It's a massive resource. And it's really useful. So please do use it. It takes us time to keep it updated. So it's good to know that everyone's enjoying it. And I think I'm finished. I'm just adding a little line to the top of each day so that I can add in my main event for each day or my main task for each day. And that's my spread done. I hope you like it. I love the coffee cup icon. I think it's really cute. And it works really well in this weekly format. Yeah, we're done. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you've enjoyed this. You'll also be notified about any live streams we do, and we'll catch you all soon.